Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the As Seen on TV podcast for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 4, Episode 5, Lockup. I'm your host, Mike, and joining me is Clio and Jake.
Hello.
Y'all.
Yo. So, Lockup. From the synopsis to this episode, as Robbie struggles to control the Ghost Rider, it made me seem like he would be in less control than he actually, seemed to be. Like, it gave me the impression that the spirit was actually going to be trying to take active control of him.
Yeah.
I think what it felt like to me was someone who struggles with an addiction.
Mm-hmm.
To where he sees the revenge he wants to take. He wants to go make sure his uncle's safe, but he can't just leave it alone. He has to go take that drink or take that, whatever you're addicted to. Like, that's what that felt like.
Mm-hmm.
The pull of addiction.
And in this case, that drink is apparently
murder.
Killing the guy who crippled his brother.
There is no meeting for this. You're kind of stuck with it.
No 12-step program.
The spirit of vengeance is usually very passive, only until, when the time comes to actually do the thing. Usually the people who are bonded with it, they suppress it. So it's right there in the back of their head, but they just don't listen to it. It's like a constant voice, but they just block it out.
Yeah.
When it's time to actually kill a person, they listen to it and they let it take over. Now it seems like the voice is just getting too loud for him to ignore it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And I think there's a part of him that doesn't want to ignore it. And I mean, that guy said, he wasn't there. He was in lockup at the time of that incident. He wasn't involved in it, but he was still part of that gang, and he still needs that revenge.
Well, yeah, he still did some fucked up shit. So
of
the
course.
Spirit of vengeance doesn't discriminate.
No, it doesn't discriminate. And honestly, it would probably want to kill nearly everybody in that prison.
Everyone on the team, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
the entire world, you guys.
Does it? Yeah. I don't know how that works. Hopefully we get some answers soon for that. But, yeah. Robbie. They break in.
Robbie.
He's not really, I guess, used to being told what to do, because he doesn't seem very happy about it.
Well, you're being told what to do constantly. You're just ignoring it.
Okay, yeah, that. Mac is really enjoying it.
But now it's a corporeal being.
I know she's been trying to catch up on past seasons because she stopped watching this, I think, mid-season 1, I believe. Well, it's when a lot of people gave up watching it.
Yeah, I know. I don't blame her, but still, keep going.
But
it got good, man.
I told her the other,
that's people drop off when it just gets good, like the next episode.
Yeah.
Yep. I told her she's going to love Mac when he finally gets introduced, and I just love, Cass Coulson says, he's starting to grow on me. How about you? Just the slow 180 turn in the jet, the fuck?
The fact that there was just no words for Mac was so funny.
But the face conveyed perfectly the emotion of, the fuck?
He didn't say it, but that's... You could hear he was, going to.
Exactly. So yeah, last episode we were teased with Simmons' little conundrum of, oh shit, I have a mandatory lie detector test tomorrow morning.
Whoopsies.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Simmons is playful... Fitz is playfully... See? They're one in my mind. That's terrible.
Fitzsimmons.
Fitz is playfully trying to help her, prep for it, because she's got to go in there and tell a couple of doozies. Well, yeah, a few doozies. And that is one really sophisticated lie detector test, but then again, I would expect nothing less from S.H.I.E.L.D.
Nope.
Have you ever been have you ever been an agent of Hydra? Or however that question was. Yes.
And the guy was just like,
Not a.
what?
It's like,
Well,
I'm sorry,
let me
what?
explain.
It's like undercover, on assignment. Infiltrating a base or whatever like that. It's like, he's just like, oh, okay, yeah, I should have expected that. I'm a dumbass.
Look, see, I mean, you should have expected this. Hydra was S.H.I.E.L.D. basically for the majority of S.H.I.E.L.D. Actually, until when S.H.I.E.L.D. was started, it was Hydra.
Pretty much. It was.
So technically, they were all agents of Hydra.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was probably Hydra from. No, it was Hydra for a while.
It was Hydra since the beginning, because
yeah.
like when they started it, Howard Stark like stupidly recruited German scientists.
Well, I mean, and
it was corrupt from the get-go.
It had corrupt people in it, and yes, that bred that.
Yep.
But as it was always S.H.I.E.L.D.
It was never meant to be Hydra.
It had the moles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the moles.
But for the most part, it was just made up of Hydra sleeper agents.
Now, I just want to say how much I appreciate the new director's flair for the dramatic.
Oh my god!
Like when she's answering the question that's setting off all the bells and whistles, like she's actually telling the lie. He just like ominously walks in from the shadows, like,
yeah,
Agent Simmons, come with me.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
We forgot to turn that light on in the corner. I'm sorry.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, he says this ominously, like, oh, he's gonna take her into her office and like smash her head with his super strength or something like that. It's just, I need your help. Like, I have a debate with Senator Bitchface, and I need to totally make her look like a bitch on live TV.
Yeah, you don't need to do that.
Yeah, you don't need to do much.
She does a good job of doing that herself.
Mm-hmm. But I need to school her in an on-air debate, and I need everything that's in your head in my head. But
S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't have that kind of technology.
Of course
I would
we do.
expect that they do.
I know, I would too. And I'm thinking like, oh my god, did he come up with like find some kind of brain cloning thing in Fury's vault? And she's standing there terrified, like, oh no, he's gonna know everything I know. And it's just like, earwig, like communication device.
But I mean, this like we find out at the end he knew that there was a red flag on her lie detector test. So that just makes me think he was fucking with her that whole time.
Well,
like making her sweat a little bit before he sent her back in to take another test.
It was either that or the guy administering the test said red flags were going up like as you pulled her out of the test.
Yeah. I like to think he was just fucking with her though.
He seems to be that kind of guy.
Yeah, and I love it.
So we find out some more about Director Mace. He
Mace Windu. Sorry.
Yes. He apparently rose to public prominence while saving people in the attack in Vienna during the events of Civil War. He was a much-loved public figure and all this other yada yada yada.
Yeah, great. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, exactly.
He's got a secret.
Yeah.
We know that.
Simmons calls him on it. But before that, the debate, he just cautioned to the wind. Live television, like, I am an Inhuman.
I am Iron Man.
At that point, exactly. At that point, I was like, thank God, because if he lied about that any longer, I think that would have been an awful thing.
Mm-hmm. People would have been on his ass.
Yeah, it would have backfired.
If they found out before he told anyone. But I do like what he said. Because like after he says that I'm an Inhuman, he says that people like me who are different should not be hunted down.
Yeah.
That is very relevant today. I mean, we know he's talking about being an Inhuman. But you could tell the writers totally did this because, metaphors.
Yeah, definite, metaphor. And she was pulling the typical political, like, oh my god, this is so terrible. So many people died during that blackout. What a tragedy. And he pulls up the actual, facts. Like, yes, 2 people died during the blackout, but 17 Inhumans were slaughtered. Like,
Were executed.
It was the
executed.
fault.
Like, they were executed, and,
Yeah, that's what you get for being an Inhuman.
Yeah.
And then she pulls the whole, is it true
that's what you get for having biological differences.
0.2 0.2% biological
Of the
differences.
human genome. Yeah.
I remember reading a factoid somewhere that we are a few percent removed from a banana.
I believe it.
I forget that. I forget the what
I believe
percentage. Yeah, I believe it too.
Or a potato. I thought it was a potato.
I think it's everything because as far as we know right now, most of our genetic code is junk.
Yeah, we just
Shared by everything.
Walk by the kitchen table. Hey, cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel a deep genetic connection to a potato.
Oh, I was about to say a deep genetic connection to a banana, considering you're wearing yellow.
Oh, truth. Although this is a Batman
Or,
shirt.
What color is it? A lime? Kiwi?
Lime.
Ah, the fuck would I know?
He's colorblind.
Yes, but moving on. What Director Mace, Inhuman, and then she
Yeah.
pulls the whole. Is it true that S.H.I.E.L.D. has just compromised a prison? We don't comment on ongoing operations. Like,
Yeah.
good man, good
Yeah.
answer.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Basically.
So, Coulson's little last episode talk of, you may not want help, but we need your help. Talk to Daisy kinda brought her back into the fold a little bit.
But she's gonna leave right after. That's what she's planning on doing anyway.
Yeah, even with her new shiny arm guards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it brought her back to working with them. I don't think it brought her back into the fold.
Which we haven't seen for a while.
Yeah, and she's also spent the entire time sitting, like, in the hangar, like, right next to the door, basically. She hasn't really come in to the jet or any official S.H.I.E.L.D. space. She is still right by the door, like, ready to leave.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But, yeah, the ghosts are in there after Robbie's uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Because they need him before that. Ghosts, we get a little bit of flashback about her and her husband tracking down the Darkhold.
Mm-hmm.
Which, now, I went to school for engineering. So I can kind of have an engineering sciencey background here. And if I was any kind of scientist in their position, and I just tracked down a book that makes dust float off the floor above where it's buried, it's all ruined and shiny, and when I open it, I and my wife read it in two completely different languages. It, appears as German to him and English to her. Like, At that point, it's close the book and bury the motherfucker. Because that's sorcery.
Well, I mean, it is sorcery. And the thing is, what they were saying kind of, like, didn't make sense to me, because they were like, I mean, let's take this shortcut in science so we don't have to do the work. I'm like, what?
And
how did you jump to this conclusion? And B, how did you find out that this magical book would give you science answers?
And, she had a great
mix
point.
The two, you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. No, stop that.
This one over here, that one way over there.
Now,
separation of church and state.
Here's the question. Like, she had a great point. Did you ever stop and think if we actually sunk all this time into actually doing the science?
Yeah. That's what the line was.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were looking for shortcuts, and it's like, what brought you to this book?
And I mean, they touch the book, and it just basically what they want to know appears on the page.
Yeah.
So it's kind of whatever knowledge you seek will be in this book. Doesn't matter what it is. It adapts to the user. But I mean, I'm kind of getting
that'd be awesome to have, by the way.
Yeah, but I'm kind of getting a sort of a monkey's paw sort of thing from it. Like, the monkey's paw grants you wishes, but they're going to be fucked up in some way, shape, or form. Or, genies and stuff like that. Like, not Aladdin genie. Well, not Disney-friendly genies, but, you wish for a mountain of money. Too bad it's on top of you and you suffocate. Or something.
Yeah. If anyone has played Twisted Metal, it's like that.
Yeah.
For those of you who do not know the Twisted Metal games, they're basically a fucked up Mario Kart. And if you win the Twisted Metal games, you get a wish. And they're always fucked up. One guy asked he's like, oh, I wish for my father to come back. Oh, look, there he is, hanging from a tree.
Yeah, death grants you one wish or whatever, but it's gonna be something terrifying or terrible. Like I actually played them, and I remember that guy wishes for freedom from a curse. He's kind of like a Ghost Rider character, actually. I think he's like he wishes for freedom for a curse. The curse is free. He's freed, but the horrible cursed spirit takes over an 11-year-old girl who just gets hit by an ice cream truck.
Yep. My favorite one, and this one's kind of funny. One guy enters the game because he wishes for peace on Earth. So he says, I wish for peace, and then he gets electrocuted. He goes, I wish for peace. Ah! And he gets a pizza.
Nice. I wish for pizza. Okay.
Wow.
Back on topic, but that is on topic. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting from this book.
Yeah.
Like, I wish to be able to create matter from nothing. That's what happened. We created ghosts.
Yeah. You are the matter from nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
You died in the explosion, but you became the matter from nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
is that the full explanation? I still feel like we're missing information.
We're missing a ton of information.
We totally are. We still need to know, where does this book come from? What is it? Who left it there?
And why did it scare the shit out of people?
Why do these ghosts, when do they pass by, people, they affect them? Is there a reason for this? Why does that happen?
I mean,
next episode, Benedict Cumberbatch is gonna bust down the door and be like, I got this, bros.
Back on our TV screen, so you know where you belong.
Crossovers needed, really.
Doctor Strange.
It's coming up in a week.
Doctor, science, more science and magic.
More science and magic. I mean, who better to teach magic to than a neurosurgeon?
Yeah. Or Tilda Swinton.
Yep. Oh boy.
I love Tilda Swinton. She's great.
Yeah. I loved her in Narnia.
On the topic of Doctor Strange, apparently from all the people, the previews and the reviewers who got early copies and everything, apparently it's fucking amazing.
It's 100%. Yeah. We're talking about 100% ratings.
Yeah, we're talking.
I can't wait.
Wow, 100%.
I've seen
100% ratings.
I've seen nothing.
That never happens. Ever.
I've seen nothing below a 9 out of 10.
Not in a and this is a first for a Marvel movie.
Yeah, the worst rating I saw is a 9.
Really good one.
So apparently they did something good.
Great. Yeah.
So that's great. And let's see, where were we? Simmons, director Mace.
Well, I want to talk about, this isn't a big thing, but Simmons, something that you said, it just pissed me off.
Go on.
When they're talking about Ada.
Uh-huh.
So Fitz refers to her as she.
And
Simmons refers to it as
it.
Yes.
I'm sure she's anatomically correct because Fitz has seen it, so it's a she.
Well, no. It's not about the physical gender.
Well, yeah, I know. But...
Yeah. It's Fitz seeing her as a person, and it's Simmons seeing her as a machine.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be a problem when she starts to exhibit actual human, not really emotions, but when she starts behaving more like a person.
She is a machine. That's what she is. Essentially, That's what she is.
She is a few adapted lines of code away from being an AI.
Yeah, that's very...
When she does become said AI, which we all know this is going in that direction.
It really is.
Then, the whole she versus it thing. That's going to come up again.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. More metaphors.
More metaphors. Mm-hmm. Definitely more metaphors. Holy crap. They're really laying it on thick this season. So the prison. Apparently we find out that's where the watchdogs are recruiting from. Straight out of jail.
Yeah.
Which isn't exactly good for the team who are walking through the prison filled with people saying, hey, you protect those freaks. Which one of you is the freak? And then Ghost Lady opens all of the doors.
All of them. And then...
Fitz opens
the doors. That's right. She opened all the doors on that cell block.
Oh, yes, she opened the cell block. You're right. Yeah.
And then Fitz opens every door.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, we're free, and then Ghost Rider comes. They're like, oh shit, get back in the cage.
Yeah.
He just aces two
How
more
free do you
ghosts,
feel
by
now,
the way.
babes?
It's like,
Yes, he did. With the chain! I'm so happy he's using the chain, because I think
Conveniently, there was a chain right there.
I think because when he picked up, what's his name's chain last episode, he was like, huh.
yeah, like he looked at it like, great idea.
That's a good
Oh,
idea.
great idea.
I
Yeah.
should have been doing it first.
Yeah, I think he's found, like, a connection to using the chain as a weapon, so I hope he uses it more.
And I love the look on the first ghost face, like when it wraps around. I'm like, what?
Oh, shit.
Oh, I'm fucked. And then, yeah.
Killing a ghost.
Oh,
Yep.
and their cure. We, finally comes up with a cure.
Mm-hmm.
And as they're
afraid of
loading
needles.
up into the pod, it's like, you should forget, Turbo, I don't like needles. He goes, oh, it's not so much that. It's just got to, base of the skull.
No,
Well, he said it's more like a bee sting.
Oh, yeah, it's more like a bee sting, yeah.
Mac is just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Because he presses the button and the claw comes out.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it was like this. It was like really thin, like
Yeah. So worse than a needle.
And of course, Mac had it.
But it's not a needle.
Right.
It's true. And I think if you're seeing demons, one little prick is a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
Come up with a pill or something maybe for Mac.
So Daisy goes all lone wolf in the cafeteria there.
Now,
Yes.
I like seeing talented people do great things because Daisy has already had her fighting prowess even before she had her powers.
Yeah.
And I like how she didn't have to use her powers.
And she even said that.
Yeah.
I
was doing fine before I got powers.
It's like,
But she learned from the best.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have my powers forever. I did all right. Like, understatement. But, I mean, even with the new arm guards, the warning from Simmons was if you use your powers, you could shatter every single bone in your body and be crippled for
That
life.
would suck.
Yeah.
Can't have that.
No, cannot have that.
Nope. So, I wonder how long that's going to be a thing.
I guess until she heals, but she's ready to leave again. So I don't know how she's going to heal if she just keeps going.
Unless
She needs their medicine.
Yeah.
Well, she's going to take like 1,000 bottles of that with her on the way out.
When they finally recover the Darkhold, she'll open it and, right there on the page be like, how to use my powers without killing myself.
And then the book doesn't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. So where else are we? All right, the end there where the senator meets with Director Mace in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pulls up the footage of
Ghost Rider.
Well, of Daisy first, and then of Ghost Rider. Like, what the hell is he? And apparently he's a murderer.
He is a murderer. We know this.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how just he thinks he is a murderer.
Yep. And she's going to release that to the news within 2 hours.
ABC News, which I had a little giggle about.
It's like, oh yeah, show airs on ABC. You fuckers.
Yeah. See what you've done there, Disney.
I would like it if actual ABC News did like a fake cover story on this.
Yo, that'd be great. Well, because that's something that NBC does a lot. They'll get their anchors on their scripted shows doing fake news segments.
Well, it adds to the, kind of, I guess, grounds it in the real world a bit, because how many people watch major broadcast network news, and how visible are those anchors to people all around the country?
Yeah.
So
especially NBC. Like, when they did that kind of stuff on 30 Rock, like, I knew the anchors they were using.
Right. You get one of the, for New Yorkers, you get, who's Channel 11? You get Bill Ritter. Everybody knows. Yeah. Everybody knows who Bill Ritter is just by looking at the TV. So, like, you get him on there, and it's like, oh, holy shit, they're watching Channel 11. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to do that.
Yeah, so
that'd be great.
Yeah, ABC News, get on this, but we're talking. But people are gonna actually watch this, and the American people are so stupid. We elected Trump, so they might think it's actually real.
We haven't elected him yet. It hasn't happened. Don't
Yeah.
don't
Not yet.
don't be writing history before anything happens. Come on.
Anywho,
If you're watching this after the election, well, I don't know whether to
And
congratulate
okay,
you
you
or
guys,
say
tell
I'm
us
sorry.
what happens, please. Do I have to start packing? Because Donald Trump, you don't got to worry about the Mexicans getting into the country. You get elected, we're all going back.
they're all leaving.
Anyway.
Anyway, Director Mace gets played twice this episode. First off by, the senator there with, basically blackmails him into who knows what.
And he'll follow through.
Yep. And the other time was with Simmons, who, is like, you're going to need to take a second lie detector test. There were some red flags that popped up. She's like, and then, do you know what a micro expression is? Like, a darting eye to the left, a facial tick, a this, a that, betrays a lie. Like when you said, how you were the hero in Vienna and all that stuff, like, basically, I saw through you. You were lying through your teeth.
Mm-hmm. And Simmons, you just walked out of there knowing that you owned that room.
Oh, yeah, just, because he said a team that trusts each other is a team that works. Is that how he put it? Was that the...
Something like that.
He used some cheesy motivational line or whatever. But, just looks at her. She says, I don't think you want to put me in that chair. And...
What might I be forced to say about you?
Right. We're going to exempt Agent Simmons from all future testing.
Yeah, it wasn't even just like this one. It's like forever. It's like, wow.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
No.
Just got under there.
She just got a get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
She just walks out of there. A team that trusts each other is a team, just repeats his line like a sarcastic little bitch.
But the problem here is going to be if whatever Simmons has is bigger than whatever the director is hiding, that's when we're going to be in trouble. Yeah. And I think we're going to have to learn what the director's hiding soon. Like, it can't go secret for forever.
Yeah. I want them to, incorporate some of like the comic stuff, because this is a comic character that we're talking about. He's the fake Captain America.
He's a communist. I'm sorry. No.
Maybe. Well, he wasn't.
He wasn't. I know. He was.
No, he was.
He was taking out commies or something.
Yeah, he was. But people didn't. I don't know. The people who read comics didn't like that, so they're like, nope, that wasn't Captain America. It was just this guy.
Yeah.
Fake Captain America. I mean, that's basically what they're, they didn't, none of that yet, but he kind of, we haven't really seen all of his powers, but they're kind of making him into a Captain America analog.
Yeah.
Like, he's the pretty face, he's the smiling face, he's got the super strength. Who knows what else?
Well, he's, I get the feeling he's like, a pseudo Captain America. Now that Captain America's gone rogue now, and he's not really, Steve isn't really Cap anymore.
Yeah.
America's probably going to need a new face.
Yeah.
And that's...
I don't know if they'll go so far as to give him the shield, but
no.
I don't know.
Speaking of the shield,
I would love to see. Oh yes, the shield made an appearance in this episode. That's right. As soon as he did it, I was like,
yes, it did.
Still no shotgun axe.
No shotgun axe.
Mac, where are you keeping it? Did you break it?
Well, there was a strictly an ICER only mission.
No,
he had the shotgun axe. He was axing the ghost. Yeah.
Oh my god, he was.
Yeah.
That's not going to do any good.
It did. Well, it forced him to break apart for a while and then come back.
And then Matt got touched anyway.
Yeah.
Look, Mac, you keep getting possessed. It's not good for you, dude.
I mean, seriously, Mac, enough is enough. Stop getting
possessed
by shit.
It's got to be the biggest dude on the team.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that was back in...
Possess somebody. It's like, that dude.
That was back in Season 2 when, the Inhuman stuff was just first starting, and it was down to who were they going to... we thought Mac was going to seriously die, and then they pulled a 180 on us.
And and then another, but he didn't die. Someone else did.
Mm-hmm.
Missed your trip.
And we still had Raina. I miss Raina.
Yeah.
I do too. But yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else we missed about this episode before we talk about what's coming next?
Let's see. I want to Coulson. Coulson, sometimes you piss me off, but sometimes I love you. You made a Taco Tuesday reference.
He did. And I like when Coulson gets in the bin of garbage, and May closes the thing for her garbage, and she gets on top, and he's like, "You couldn't have told me that before I got in the climbed in the garbage." And she's like, "That wouldn't have been fun."
This is May we're talking about.
That wouldn't have been fun, exactly.
Yeah.
But I like how she picked that. Hey, it could be Taco Tuesday. I'll call the warden and find out. Like she just
Turns
rolled
out
with
it
it.
Yeah.
Of course it was.
But I like all the May stuff we got this episode, because she after Coulson pestered her, all like, "What was it like when you died?" Blah blah blah. She's like, "Shut up! I saw you." Or shut up.
It wasn't a trip to
Don't
Tahiti.
get crazy.
What? Don't get crazy. And she was just back to her normal May sass, and I like it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
May, you're back. I love you.
Mm-hmm.
She mentioned she had a little talk with Daisy.
I like that.
Which probably isn't going to do shit.
Daisy, but Daisy is, and Daisy, you listen to me. You listen to Mama.
Yeah,
Daisy
exactly.
is doing the same thing that May did after Bahrain. Like she said, I invented that move and it doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
And May mentioned Lincoln. She said Lincoln wouldn't want you to kill yourself for the team. May, you gotta do that. Why you gotta do that shit?
Even though you're right, why do you gotta do that shit?
Yeah, she's right. Lincoln wouldn't want that, but really, I think it's been probably like 6 months, but still.
So why you gotta do that shit? Anyway, so yeah. The next episode is called The Good Samaritan. And we're finally gonna get how Robbie became Ghost Rider.
Yes. And I mean, we got a little bit of the accident.
Yes, we did.
This episode. Little info on the accident.
Yeah, that a couple of, gang members were hired to shoot the shit out of both of them for some reason.
Yeah, it was a hit.
Why?
That's the thing. Why? The question is why.
What did you do?
I have a feeling it's going to come back to the uncle.
Well, I have a theory.
Please share.
So in Robbie's story in the comics, how he became Ghost Rider is he stole a car, and with some like chemicals in the back seat, and that car belonged to Daisy's father, Mr. Hyde, who we haven't seen this season. I was hoping we might have. Maybe next episode we will.
He doesn't have any memories.
Yeah, no, he doesn't, and that's sad. Yeah, I got really sad now. Yeah, but like Mr. Hyde is part of Robbie's story, so I was hoping this season we would get more of him. And Sky did mention him as the finale of season 3, so I was hoping we could get just something. I know he's lost his memories, but like maybe he's pertained some of them because Coulson did.
Who knows?
Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, the thing with Coulson was he kept getting close to the source and questions and all that stuff. As long as he, Mr. Hyde's a happy veterinarian, why would, I don't know.
Maybe if Daisy kept visiting him on the regular, but I doubt she has been lately.
On the reg.
On the reg, yeah.
Because Daisy's been off doing whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, the official synopsis is Robbie's shocking story on how he became Ghost Rider is finally discovered as Coulson and his team's lives hang in the balance.
Are they in danger?
Classic.
Coulson
Classic.
died. Coulson died, yo.
Did you know he died though?
What?
That was my favorite. For like a year, I would do that to Dom, and he would get so mad at me.
Yeah, but you know what? You had a point.
Yeah.
Oh.
What else happened?
Coulson died. That's what happened.
Coulson died. That was just the only thing. That was the thing driving this entire show for the first season.
I mean, that was our first season of doing these podcasts. Mm-hmm. Okay? And I remember finding the synopses for this every episode. I think up until episode 11, it was mentioned in every single synopsis that Coulson died.
Yeah.
So that's why it drove people nuts. But if that's that, I think we're good, right? Anything else? No? Yeah? No?
No, yeah, yep, no.
Yeah? No? No? Tie-ins with Doctor Strange, please. They must happen.
When does it come out?
November 4th. Or 3rd.
So
Or
I'm
4th?
guessing maybe after that we'll get one, or maybe before.
I think it comes out Friday, the 4th.
Something. Get Tilda Swinton on the show. I know you're already done filming. Just put her in there. No.
Just do it.
Clio, where can they find you?
They can find me at Clio Moto.
Okay. Jake, where can they find you?
Find me here on YouTube at Jacob Salazar, or you can find me on Twitter. Tweet at me throughout the week, throughout the life, at To Nowhereland. That is TONOWHERELAND. Join the Nowhereland Society.
One day I won't follow that.
And now go.
And now go. You can find me on Twitter at Thilidrin. You can find all of us on Facebook, Twitter,
Yeah, that
Gmail.
was good.
Yeah, right? I know. How original. You can find all of us on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, MySpace, and YouTube at ASOTV Podcast. You can follow us at those places for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows, movies, and games. Thank you for watching, everyone. Bye. Buttons.
Buttons.